Hey guys, JR. This is Shmoo. I'm out at St. Lucie, and it's a nice day out. It's a Wednesday. Decided to take the kayak down again. Kayak. The other day I was at the Cape Canaveral seashore and got to kayak with manatees. It's actually pretty cool. They're just swimming around me, a couple of them. Um, I've been taking a couple videos so far, and been very, very difficult because I'll end up over here when I start, and then I'll be like way, way out there afterwards. Now the wind's not blowing me over here, the trees are in the way, so I'm kind of stuck here for a little bit. But now you can't see the house that I was going to go point at. But I'm just going to go ahead and finish here. My battery's running out, and I need to finish this video. So, there's a house over there. This is a golf resort along this beach line. It's a 3-story house, pretty big. He's got that dock that leads out to those boats over there. And I'm gonna take a guess that he's got 1, 2, 3 really nice cars as well. Now the majority of people want to live a lifestyle like that because that's what we are shown every day that we need to be like. Most rich people, most millionaires, famous people, they buy the biggest house possible, outdo each other, have the fancy cars, newest gadgets, what have you. But I'm going to tell you now that it doesn't matter how much stuff you have, doesn't matter how much money you have, it's still not going to do anything for you if you don't find happiness. And happiness, it's a tricky thing. You got to do what makes you happy. And I know I've gotten a lot of comments about, they'd like to do it, but they just can't. They have responsibilities. They got to take care of somebody. They just don't have enough money and whatnot. But to live a life like this, it's kind of, yes, it's nice. I'm not going to say that I've lived something like this, but I bought my own house at 26, 3,400 square foot, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, 3 cars one time. And I thought that was what I wanted. That was the American dream. That's what everybody was striving for. Go to college, get a good job, get a house, work on your family, and that's pretty much it. What they don't tell you is all the debt that comes along with it, especially now. I was at one time $250,000 in debt, including the house, and that sucks. And being in the military, we're a little bit better off because we are guaranteed money every month, right? I get my base pay, which is around $3,400 a month for an E6. I made E6 in 6 years. And then you get BAH, which is basic allowance for housing. And over in Georgia, it was $1,100 a month. If you go to Hawaii, it'd be way over $2,000 for me for my BAH. Plus you get cost of living allowance, which is another $250 or something like that. So if you're in the military, you're gonna be well off. You don't have to worry about healthcare because that's free, and housing is pretty much given to you. So if you're in the military, you're a little bit better off. But even then, man, I was almost living paycheck to paycheck with all the stuff that I had. Almost got myself too broke to even do anything. So, yeah. I mean, if that's what you're striving for, good luck with it. But unless you know how to run your own business, you're definitely not going to be able to achieve something like that. Most people buy a house and they don't even pay for it because they move somewhere else. It's just like cars. I used to work for Nissan and sell vehicles. And the affluent people would just switch cars every 2 or 3 years and they never freaking own it. So yeah, whatever it is that you think you own, you really don't own unless you pay for it outright. So, I mentioned in my last video that you trade hours for the money that you get, right? So the more money you want, you usually trade it for more hours. That's usually how it works with any job. If you get paid hourly. If you get paid like a doctor or a lawyer, well, I don't know about lawyers, but doctors, they work an insanely amount of hours. So, yeah, at least 60 hours a week, if that. And it sucks. It takes a toll on you. I was working around 50 hours a week and having marital issues and whatnot. You get stressed out. My blood pressure was around 150 over 90. And it sucks. So, like I said, it just goes to show you, being rich and having all that isn't really what it's cracked up to be. I mean, look at people like Robin Williams, like I said, if I haven't mentioned it already. I might have, but it was in another take, but if not, I'm going to mention it again. People like Robin Williams gets paid millions for movies, has everything, can have everything he wants, but in the end he decides to take his own life. Because happiness it's hard to pinpoint it. For me, traveling around, doing this kind of stuff, being outdoors, being out in the water, this is happiness for me. For other people, it may not be. I get a lot of just hate messages, basically, for doing what I do. And that's okay. Not everybody's gonna like whatever it is I'm doing. Not everybody's gonna like whatever it is that you're doing, you know? So, keep that in mind. Take it with a grain of salt. You're going to have a lot of people bashing whatever it is that you're doing, but all in all, it's you who makes you happy. Nobody else is going to make you happy, and if you're waiting for it to happen, it's never going to happen unless you make it happen for yourself. Right? I forgot what I was talking about, but I was making a comparison between where I am over there and this house over here. So this house, riverfront property or waterfront property, has a boat, but he's got it parked way over there above the water, so I'm guessing he doesn't really use it that often. Probably bought it because his buddies bought a yacht or sailboat, and he's like, oh, I gotta have one. So, you know, paying a shit ton of money to live in something like this while I barely spend any money and I get to go wherever I want and I've got all the bases covered. I mentioned the Maslow's hierarchy of needs in one of my previous videos, and to be able to survive, you just need water, food, shelter, safety to be able to survive. Everything else is icing on the cake to make you happy. So the truck covers everything that I need for me, and then some. So I get to enjoy my life without having to worry about mortgage, car payments, or anything like that. And here I am on a Wednesday, enjoying this while everybody else is out at work, wishing their work week was over because it's Hump Day Wednesday. And so, yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to make this video before my phone cuts out. And wanted to mention again that I started a GoFundMe page. So if you would like to and support me, Shmoo, and Zoe, it'd be really, really great if you could. If not, then by all means, that's fine too. After this trip to Florida, I'm going to go ahead and take a little break as well because I need to save up some money. Nigel's coming up on 200,000 miles, like I said in my last video, and I need to fix him and upgrade him a little bit. So I'm going to be out for a little bit. But if you still want me to continue, go ahead and support me. That way I don't have to spend the cash that I'm saving into repairs and having to stay at some place and not having any adventures. So, it's JR Shmoo, and I'll see you guys later. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and see what I'm doing in between videos, alright? I'll see you guys later.